Okay. Ready to go, Keller? There is something? Okay, got it.
There we go.
I didn't tell you to put your fly there.
Isn't that what you told me? I thought sure you wanted me to put my fly there.
Now that same fish, when you were here in mid-May, would have been about 2 inches less.
Hi, I'm Jim Watt. Welcome to Fly Fishing Video Magazine.
And the Yakima River in central Washington State. I'm Kelly Watt.
This remarkable little trout stream is nearly in our backyard, and guide Tim Irish, who you'll meet in a moment,
boasts it has excellent dry fly fishing for trout 8 months of the year.
The Yakima River is located in central Washington and winds its way down through the foothills of the Cascades, passing through 3 dams constructed primarily for water storage for the city of Seattle, as well as irrigation for surrounding ranches, farmlands, and orchards. This shaded area is where we'll concentrate our fishing, in the Yakima River Canyon. It's a catch and release area since 1990, and it's known for its extremely long dry fly season. Guide Tim Irish, who's been guiding fly anglers on the Yakima since 1981, is going to take us through 3 seasons of fishing on the Yakima. This segment is brought to you by G. Loomis, where technology and performance meet. We buy a fly rod for the way it feels and presents the fly, fights, and lands a fish. Though customers told the folks at G. Loomis their IMX Stealth finished rods were the best they ever fished, Gary Loomis, Steve Rajeff, and the crew at G. Loomis Rods said thank you and made them better. Using space-age technology, they improved the resins to make that technically critical bond between the graphite and scrim fibers stronger. They improved the consistency of action from rod to rod and reinforced the scrim to increase toughness. Their new series of IMX and GL3 rods are the most progressive, durable, and responsive ever made. Proof even, the best can get better. Call G. Loomis today for their new catalog. This is late spring on the Yakima. We had hoped to show you the river at its springtime flow of 2,000 cubic feet per second, but it was increased a couple of weeks early this year to serve the needs of farmers and ranchers who needed the water for irrigation. So the flows you see now are nearly up to the 4,000 CFS that run all summer long. Yakima River guide Tim Irish.
And through the grass. Now the fish are really tight in that grass. So this is going to be your practice on accuracy and angles. And you'll hear me describe angles to you today. And what I mean by angles is getting your fly line well upstream of your fly. The heavier the water is between us and your fly, then the steeper the angle has to be to get the longest float possible. If you're working grass like this down here, there's a lot of current that runs right along the grass. You can get some, if you get the good angle and you get it 2 inches off the grass, you can get a 30-foot float out of it. If you're fishing a bad angle like this and you're getting your fly line even or below your fly, you're looking at 4 or 5 foot floats at best. So there's a lot of difference between a 30-foot float and a 5-foot float. In fact, there's 6 times the number of fish you're going to see. We're out of here.
How long a season do you have?
So we have 8 months out of the year from March 1st to October 31st.
Really?
Probably 95% of the days are good dry fly days.
No kidding.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
So, I mean, you really just fish dry flies then?
Just about always. Sometimes in October we'll fish some smaller nymphs. Let me explain a little bit about the presentation of the fly to the fish and the fish's perspective. The fish lays in its feeding area. That may be around structure, in front of structure, in front of boulders, in tight to the bank, in current lines, foam lines, whatever. But wherever they take up their feeding position at, they have a window that usually sits about 2 or 3 feet above them and upstream from them. They always, of course, look for their food upstream. So they're facing upstream, and this window is about 2 or 3 feet above them, and maybe an area the size of about 1 foot square, or it may be larger, maybe 2 or 3 foot square, depending on how much their need for searching is. But the idea to present a fly properly to them is to get your fly in that spot above the window and have it float down into the window and through the window and to the fish without any skid or drag on it.
The insects that are hatching this time of year are pale morning duns and small caddis. So Kelly started with a size 16 elk hair caddis, and I continued to use the parachute PMD imitation Tim gave me at the launch ramp. Actually, it was not the fly I started with, since it and another were already hanging in the brush, but it's the same pattern anyway. Casting this type, and often under the branches and overhanging grass, you'll go through a lot of flies, or at least we do. Kelly's using a 9-foot IMX 3-weight and an STH cassette reel, a floating Gary Borger line with a 10-foot leader tapered to 4X. I'm using a 9-foot 4-weight rigged the same way. Now, he's on the shade line right in that line, or further ahead?
Yeah, see the 2 submerged boulders, the one that you were almost on. Okay, there's a submerged boulder coming up right there. No, yeah, that might make it. Oh, yes, that's it.
Yes,
oh, nice fish.
Yes, yes.
Nice fish, all right.
I love it when they eat
Don't let
the
them get
fly.
wrapped. There's some big rocks down in here, and they like to get wrapped up in them, so try to keep them out of them.
Just a little bit. So.
Boy, he sucked that right in, didn't
he? Though?
He was sure he had a caddis.
I love it when they eat the fly. There are fish in this.
Oh, nice jump.
Yes, that fish really did think he had a caddis.
No, he just sucked it in. And these are picky fish.
Wow.
It's not the biggest fish in the world, but it's a nice fish and we'll be able to see.
Pretty.
See how these fish are really improving with this new catch and release. And you get his head up and he tires out and you get his head up, just lift your rod and swing him right up to me.
Beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Want me to hold it?
Yeah. Actually, what we can do is, now you want a picture of the fish here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the hook is free.
Okay.
You want a picture? Okay. You want a picture of the fish?
You hold it.
Okay. There's a nice 15, 16-inch healthy wild rainbow trout. It's you can see they're real healthy.
An hour and a half from home too.
Yeah.
Let's get him back in there.
Here we go, fella.
Well, I'm sure glad that was my.
Good job,
It was
Jim.
easier to.
Good job.
Wait, the fly's still in there.
Okay.
Don't grab it too hard.
Okay.
You probably wouldn't jump as much as that fish would.
No.
Well, you might. You'd probably squeal louder, anyhow.
Okay. Good job. That's perfect, only you're going to skid, right? We started skidding just about the time you hit that little piece of grass that I described in there. Probably go directly at the grass. A little more upstream. It's almost. There he is. Oh, did you see him look at it?
Yeah.
That was a big fish, too. It's bigger than I thought he was. A big fish just came up and put his nose right on that fly, and then he saw just a little, it was right when it was just starting to skid, and saw that little tiny bit of skid on the fly and went back down. It was a big fish.
I didn't jerk it out of its mouth, though.
No. But I think he saw a little skid, and he decided not to.
Boy, they are big.
Yeah, that was a nice fish. I didn't think it was that big.
Oh, there's one working right
Yeah, I saw it.
in there. There, foot.
Didn't know you were into X-rated fly videos. That's an orgy going on up there. Caddis mate when they're in the trees or on the leaves or stationary on the trees. That's just the excitement before the mating that you're seeing. They only live one day, but they might as well have fun while they're doing it. And they're having a lot of fun right now. About 4 or 5 o'clock tonight, we'll see the females that have mated come back to the water and deposit their eggs. And that's usually when the fishing picks up on the caddis. Huge fish, just gulping away in there. See where that bird is? That bird's, in fact, that fish just spooked that bird. If you can get up, or you can get a good angle on him right in between these sticks here. He's huge. Just huge. Maybe a 20-incher.
Think you can get him, Tim?
Well, the thing is to get a cast right at that bottle and just off it and get a big mend or something in and get it to float down into him. You got the angle back here if you want to give it a try.
Why don't you do it?
Okay.
Show us how it's done.
Okay.
Show us how it's done, Tim. This is the kind of fish we like to have the guide try, just so we can watch someone who knows what they're doing. This river is extremely technical, probably as technical as any river in the West. It certainly tests your casting skills and develops new ones.
Figure out how in the hell I'm going to get in there.
Yeah,
That's
really.
a nice fish up there, too. But this is a nicer one.
Tim's using
Just
my
a
rod,
foot
to which
inside of
is
me
tied
right
a
there.
number 16 parachute PMD on a 5X leader. The secret here is the angle of cast, as Tim mentioned
Just
before,
come out that far.
and to make as many casts as
just a
necessary
foot
to place
outside
the
of
fly
your
where you want it. If you're not satisfied with the cast and float of your fly, pull it out quickly so as not to skid the fly over the fish.
Got him.
You did it!
Got him. He's a big one. Oh,
Oh, no!
that is a big fish.
Nice shot.
Oh,
Well, you did the important part. You put the fly in there and hooked him.
yeah.
It could be done.
Sure came unbuttoned easy.
The percentage of fish that are hooked but get off is high on the Yakima for a
This
couple
is
of
definitely
reasons,
technical
not the
fishing.
least of which is the fast current and the fact that you're anchored. You can always pull anchor and follow the fish, but if you have half a dozen fish working in front of you at this anchor point, it's tough to leave them to chase one fish, unless you've hooked the biggest one of the bunch. This is the cover in which you find fish feeding on the Yakima. Overhanging branches and practically no room upstream to present the fly, so it'll drift through the fish's window. And this fish is actively taking everything on and below the surface that comes near it.
Notice how sometimes the foam goes in there and moves by the brush, and sometimes, like right now, there's sort of a high pressure system that's holding it out. It's not like low pressure, high pressure here. As soon as that high pressure collapses, you'll see the current start to slide in there. When it does, plop one in there and let it go right by the brush. But pull it out before you get to the big fish, and just make sure there isn't a big fish.
The Yakima is
laying there,
not
and then
necessarily a river you will fish in search of large numbers of trout, although it certainly is possible at times. The technical aspect of the fishing, the strength of the fish, and the consistency of hatches and the fish's feeding habits are what brings the fly fisher to the Yakima.
God, he's just eating away.
Yep.
Looks like he's eating a lot of nymphs, though, too.
Yeah, he's eating everything. Dry nymphs, anything that goes by. A vacuum cleaner fish,
How big you reckon he is, Tim?
about 18.
Oh, God.
We got another one below him too. So there's still a fish right there, and maybe in a foot. There he is. Okay, got him. All right, good job.
We did it, we did it, we did it.
Great.
Good job.
Catch and release regulations were only instituted on this river in 1990, and shortly thereafter there was a huge flood that killed a significant number of fish.
We did it.
In 1992, when this show was produced, the population of rainbow trout was growing, an estimated 1,000 to 1,200 per mile. When you consider most of the good fish are pushed out of the main channel to the banks in the summer, it makes for excellent fishing.
Haven't seen him yet. It's the one that was underneath the limbs up here. He wasn't really showing himself other than he was large. But you got that big 18-incher to take that fly in there, and then this one, so that's a little size, what's a size 14 compared in?
Really?
The
Yeah.
light elk hair wing, bright yellow body, and
3-weight is perfect for this kind of fishing.
yeah.
He's getting a shot of Ferrara coming in.
It's a pretty good little fish.
Yeah.
According to Tim, a 6 to 8 inch rainbow in the Yakima is a yearling fish. A 2-year-old is 12 to 14 inches, and 15 to 17 inch fish will be 3 years old. The average in 1992 was 15 to 17 inches, with a few approaching 20 inches. As the population matures
Beautiful.
under the catch and release regulations, it's anticipated the average size will increase significantly.
Thank you.
Hi.
Nice going.
Short skids. Oh, right over his head. Must have had a little skid on it. A little more direct to him. That might. Oh, do you see him take that? Right? Oh, he took something right next to yours. He must have that fly figured out. He took something 2 inches from your fly. He's still there. Oh, he looked at that one.
He looked at it.
Yeah.
He looked at it.
He's still there. That one didn't have skid on it, and he followed it. He wanted it. There he is. There he is. Got him. Nice fish.
There we go.
Okay, let him have a little line if you
Okay.
want, and let's pull anchor and try to land this guy.
Landing?
Land him? But see, if we land it, then I lose my turn.
No, you lose your turn on this one no matter what.
That was a terrific take.
You see the still water coming up below the logs. We're going to try to get him down into there. What? Don't let him get down on that stuff. Okay, good job. Good job. Don't let him thrash around with his mouth open like that too, because he'll shake that hook out. Just kind of give a little line when he wants it. Okay, I'm going into the still water and drop the anchor down. Try to bring him into the still water with us. When you get his head up, just slide him towards the boat by lifting the rod tip. Oh no! A little farther from the boat. There. There we go.
Great.
Good job. We finally got a big one. That's a big fish. All right.
That's a nice one.
That's a 4-year-old. Good job, Kelly.
Nice going. We did it. Great.
That's about an 18.
Pretty. Thank you. There we go.
There he goes.
Nice, nice.
This float from the Bighorn launch ramp to Umptanum is about 5 miles. If you didn't anchor, it would take no time at all. But we started about 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's now 4 o'clock. So we've used up 6 hours or so to get halfway down the river.
Always steady.
Lunch can come late on these trips when you start concentrating on feeding fish. But it's a treat when lunchtime arrives. Shrimp cocktails, spiced avocado, melon slices, vegetables with dill dip, and barbecued chicken.
And in by the bank.
After lunch,
out-
the sun was
out
playing
farther.
peekaboo along the
This is a big
ridgetop,
submerged
and
board.
as
Yeah,
the
that
shade
one,
increased
like
along the
floating.
banks, the caddis activity picked up significantly.
Not quite enough there. Whoop, there's a fish
That'll do
though.
it.
Or you can do that if you want, Kelly. Don't listen to me. Just do whatever you want, as long as you're catching fish.
This is great. Nice weather, caddis everywhere,
Well, you
sunshine.
should see all the caddis behind you.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's try that net out.
Okay.
Our funky net.
Oh, I have to do it fast, right? Hey, how about that? I like that.
Nice going. My fly's already out.
Okay, that'll work.
Great.
And we can put him back in.
Yeah. Nice fish. Thank cute.
We didn't wear him out, so
No.
he'll be okay. Yeah. Interesting. Ooh, there's a nice one. You see where all the foam comes off the dead sticks and then runs into the green sticks? See that nose that just came up in there?
Yeah, I missed the nose.
We tried several caddis patterns, and Jim has now switched to a size 18 parachute caddis and a 6X tippet. The currents in the river make it difficult to get a good drift, but at least this fish is
There's a
not
couple
feeding
of
in the
them there.
trees.
Right beside it. Or did he take it?
I don't know.
I couldn't see my fly.
I couldn't see it either.
He took something real close to it.
There is.
Yes, indeed. That's a beautiful fish.
It's an 18 hook, so we're going to have to chase it close through. This is about the last of it anyway. I'll pull up anchor. I
Okay.
think you can try to pull him up in the boat and straighten out.
Oh, yeah. You picked that fly just right.
If we can get him over the other side, where it's a little stiller over here.
Okay. There we go.
Sorry about that. Not as big as I thought he was. Ooh, look at how fat this thing's been porking.
Yeah. Nice catches. Multiple catches. We better let that work.
Though it was comfortably warm when the sun was on the water, once it's gone, the temperature drops like a rock. This campfire looks pretty inviting right now. There are, incidentally, several places to camp along the river. Even in the summertime, it's a good idea to bring a jacket and even a sweater along for the late afternoon and early evening fishing. Earlier, our camera boat came by, and Doug Ray, the guide handling that boat, gave Kelly one of his own caddis ties. He calls it Doug's Poly Caddis. It has an olive body and a white polypropylene wing, tied on a size 16 hook. A simple but very effective fly.
15 feet off the bank there.
I got him,
Real
I got him, I got him!
Really a big fish. We may end up chasing him. So far he's not,
He doesn't know he's hooked yet.
he doesn't really know he's hooked or something.
That is a very big fish.
That's a very large fish. Look at him, we'll shake that head. Let him have a little slack when he does that
Okay.
because they'll shake that hook, pop that hook out. They're real good at opening their mouths and popping that hook out. What a fish.
This is a great fish.
That's it, I'm tying up some of those.
That's all there is to it, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Still acting kind of funny, isn't he? Like he doesn't know what's going on here. I couldn't get down to him.
We did it, we did it. We go. Wow, is that a nice fish?
Just lift the rod. Big time.
We did it!
All right, good job.
Nice going. Nice going.
Oh, what a fish.
Get this little hook out of there. One fly out.
You want to do the honors? You want this? Well, that does it. All right, good job.
Great.
That little caddis just did the trick, didn't
It
it?
sure did. It's a simple fly.
I swear, I think that fish is back. Kelly's fish?
Yeah, I just saw something down there. Jeez. You see that fish? It almost ate your line. There he is. Okay. Oh my God, we gotta get this. This is great. That's great. That's a big fish. You don't suppose?
No, surely not.
Surely not. No.
Shirley, don't call me Shirley. I told you never to call me Shirley in public.
That fish came 4 or 5 feet out of the water when you hooked him.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Acted
great.
like a tarpon.
That was great. Not the same fish.
No,
A
definitely
little
not.
smaller.
Not the same fish, but certainly the
Boy.
same spot.
Yeah. Boy, did he come out of the water. Holy Toledo.
They sure have a lot of spunk to them.
You can give me a hand getting this
Yeah.
out so we don't get him flopping all over the boat. Okay, guys, settle down. Uh-oh, look at the other side of his mouth.
Yeah.
He's been hit recently.
Yes. Several times.
So, boy, that's my luck.
Goodbye.
They always do
Fine.
that.
That's fun.
Oh, good.
That's.
Gee,
I 3 fish out of that same.
Yeah.
In front of that same rock.
that's great.
Yeah, he was rising differently than that other fish
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Well, that was a tarpon jump.
It was.
Too. It was just, he was twisting and turning the whole
Yeah.
time. And a baby tarpon there.
I like it.
That's great. Well, maybe we ought to move on down, huh?
Okay, sounds good.
There we go. Yeah, he knows it's safe in there. There we go. Great. No. Coming up next, our angling tip. Tim Irish's power leaders for turning over big flies with light rods. Brought to you by the Fly Fishing Video Club.
Like Fly Fishing Video Magazine on television, you'll love this offer. Join the Fly Fishing Video Club and get even more information, instruction, and entertainment in full 1-hour-long videos. Over 30 exciting fly fishing titles from which to choose. Join the Fly Fishing Video Club today and get 1 tape absolutely free. Once a Fly Fishing Video Club member, you can select any of our other fly fishing titles for only $9.95 each. Annual membership is only $25. Call us now. Operators are standing by. Power leaders are the name of the game when you need to turn over big flies with small rods like 3, 4s, or 5s.
Yakima River guide Tim Irish developed a formula for turning over those large grasshopper patterns that we want to share with you.
Tim's Power Leader has only 3 sizes of leader material. 60% of the leader is the butt section of approximately 21 thousandths in diameter,
Followed by a short section of 7 thousandths that comprises 20% of the leader.
and the tippet, which can be any size you like, is the remaining 20%.
For example, in a 10-foot leader, you have 6 feet for the butt section, 2 feet for the middle section, and another 2 feet for the tippet.
It sounds simple, and it is, but the problem lies in attaching 2 pieces of leader that are so different in size.
To do that, Tim uses a nested nail knot to make the connection, essentially 2 nail knots. One tied over one section of leader and the other over the other, then pulled together or nested.
To do this quickly, we use a handy little nail nut tire, and for purposes of demonstration, we're using a colored piece of leader for the midsection of the power leader. Place the 2 pieces of leader to be joined on the tire like this, with about 4 or 5 inches of tag end going each direction. Then you wrap the tag end around like this 4 times. Take it back through the wraps, and as you maintain a bit of pressure with your thumb on top of the tool, hold the 2 sections of leader firmly. Then pull the tag end sharply away from the tool, and you have a neat, quick nail nut. Then for the other side, you turn the leader around and tie exactly the same knot with the other tag end.
We're just tying the same nail knot over the other piece of leader. The 2 pieces are together. Then make the 4 wraps. Run the tag end through the wraps and pull sharply. Now you have 2 nail knots, one over each piece of leader. Moisten the leader and pull the 2 knots together, forming the nested nail knot. Clip the ends and attach the tippet the same way. The result? Tim Irish's power leader.
This works great for bass bugs, saltwater poppers, and other large flies.
Plus, you can use a nested nail knot for a lot of different leader connections.
This is August, summertime on the Yakima and hopper season. The water's high, running at about 4,000 cubic feet per second, which means it's a good 2 feet higher than in spring and 3 feet higher than the fall. It makes wading difficult, but with a boat or something like this new innovation in personal flotation craft, about which we'll have more information later, it's very good fishing. This heavy flow starts about June 1st and will run to around the 10th of September when the farmers and ranchers have finished their irrigation for the year. It's also a busy time on the river for anglers, with most of the fly shops in Seattle running guided trips, as well as 2 or 3 in Ellensburg. All these guides, I might mention, are following Tim Irish's lead when he started guiding the Yakima 11 years ago. This segment is brought to you by STH Reels, the fly reel of the 90s, offering an unconditional lifetime warranty on all STH reels. STH has now taken their cassette revolution to the next step. Introducing the IM cassette reel. This beautifully manufactured reel comes in 3 sizes, molded from high silicon content aluminum. All 3 models sell for less than $100 each, and the spare polycarbonate spool for less than $10. With their ultra-smooth caliper disc drag, the new IM cassette is without a doubt the best $200 fly reel on the market for less than $100. See your dealer today or contact Fly Fishing Video Magazine directly to purchase the IM cassette, the fly reel of the 90s.
Tim Irish, the professor of the river.
You want me to suggest one to start with?
Yeah, that was the idea.
That's the idea, I see. Thanks for telling me.
You're hurting me. You're going to get off that easy.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to be responsible for picking the fly if it doesn't work.
No. I don't want to do that.
You can always blame it on the guy.
That's the plan. There's a lot of guide air out here.
Yeah, but I can exceed that with angler air really easy.
Oh, can you? Okay. No, why don't we try that parachute? I usually do that in a tan, but I'm real partial to parachutes because they always ride on the water the same way every time. They don't tend to roll around. Bullet heads roll around unless you can get
They finally decided on a parachute hopper on a number 12 long hook. It's a Mackenzie fly pattern and rides nice and low in the water, just the way Tim says the fish like it here. Though the fishing seems pretty consistent on both sides of the river, Tim prefers to move to the right bank shortly after leaving the launch ramp, which incidentally is called the Bighorn Launch Ramp. We'll be floating about 6 miles, ending up at Riverview Campground, where we're camping this trip. We'll show you more of that later.
Usually there's a real nice fish that lays about a third of the way through that grass just below where you were. It's about, he's about 15, 16 inches. And then the tail end of the grass, just where it starts to slide under the brush, there's usually about an 18, 19 incher, right about there
one
where you
just
lift
came
it
up
up.
to look at it.
He's in just a little tighter to the grass, the last piece of grass that hangs off. Okay, you're coming right up on him. There he is. Oh, darn.
Man. I don't get very many of those. I think it's almost
No.
Kelly's turn already.
Well, he just came up and clobbered that thing.
Oh, he did. That's, I think, the fourth fish I've missed. Do you have that fish trained or what?
Yeah. I was expecting that they'd neglect our hoppers and we'd have to go to like Betas or something in here to get them up. So I'm impressed with that pattern. I mean,
But not too with the angler, huh?
Well, see, the angler can get better as the day goes along, but patterns can't. You see.
Oh, you want me to set the hook now?
And give you a little bit of a better angle at it like this. Maybe.
Got a pretty good shot of it.
Yeah.
Start outside. That's a huge
That's the way to do that.
I let it, it was drifting way downstream. I was on a downstream drift.
And don't let him get back under that brush. He may try that. Here, we may have to get the anchor up and chase this guy.
He's a big fish, Tim. Oh,
Okay.
he's huge.
Okay, let's get the anchor up.
He hasn't come up, except once I saw him up on the surface when I took the fly. That's an 18, 20-inch fish, easy. Golly.
Maybe not quite 18, 20,
Well,
but he sure feels like it,
He
doesn't
felt
he?
like he was 18 or 20.
Well, if you were laid in this current all day eating all that food, you'd be strong too.
Well, that's because he feels so big is because he's hooked slightly behind the mouth.
Let me get the fish in the net for you.
Come on up here, little guy. Get you in. That's a great fish.
I'm gonna grab that and I'll get the oar. Got some still water we can pull over if you want to take
Okay.
a close up on the.
Oh, poor little guy. Little my eye. Hang on, it's working. Let's go.
They sure like that fly.
They love that fly. I think I got this.
Yeah. Look at how heavy those guys are.
Oh man, can I hand you that?
Now that same fish, when you were here in mid-May, would have been about 2 inches less.
Really?
Yeah, they've grown that much since mid-May. You can tell by the girth of the thing that they're eating well. And,
He just pulled in under the shadow of the
yeah,
boat.
yeah,
Says, I think I'll just rest here for a while.
yeah.
This is different fishing than in May when we were here before. You cover more water during hopper season. The bank and lies move by quickly, and you must be quick to hit them. Not only is the river popular with anglers, the locals know a good time when they see it too. And they don't bother the fishing, since it's all right on the bank anyway. Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah, this is where Kelly got that one that was about 18 inches or so.
Fortunately, there are still pockets that are worth anchoring for, since it's impossible to cover all the lies as you're flying by. 4,000 CFS is fast.
There he is.
Oh,
Ooh,
there
nice
we
fish.
go!
Oh, nice fish.
Flashy, hey.
That was great. I knew there was a fish in there.
Yeah, that was great. The question is, we're going to need the anchor up to get him.
Well,
Just take your time with him real slow.
Okay.
If you feel him really shaking his head, give him a little rod.
Oh, wow.
Feed him a little rod when he shakes his head.
okay. What a
Does it look big enough?
terrific tail.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we better.
Look at it.
Oh, he's coming this way. Let's
Yeah.
try him.
It's real nice of her to do that. We appreciate it very much, Mr. Fish.
Maybe I can get him on a pass. If you can get his head up and swing him this way. If he gets below the boat, we'll have a problem with him. But
Okay.
Head up the swing right by me.
Got long arms, Tim. How was that rib on that one?
That rib didn't hurt at all. It was my elbow again. I'm getting strong.
Great. Can I borrow your forceps? We're talking good catch. What? Thank you. I knew there was a fish under those trees over there. I just knew there had to be a fish. Thank you.
It's a hard spot to get into.
Tim, like most of the guides you'll meet, has some pretty strong opinions about the proper gear for their specific rivers. And he's putting together his favorite rod, and along with it, he tied on his favorite Tim Irish yak hopper pattern.
What you're casting and what I cast, and see what you think. Like I say, sometimes a 10-foot rod is a better idea, or a longer rod is a better idea for certain people, and for me it isn't. Oh, there it is.
All right, Tim.
Got him underneath all that
Nice.
stuff in there.
Nice going. Hot dog. That's great. I'll just shoot some stills of this one, too. This is great. First cast?
First cast, second cast that I got it in where I,
What took you so long?
yeah, what took me so long. That's that new hopper pattern too. That
Yeah.
boy, he came up and sipped it. Whoa, he's
And
heading
I've
upstream.
been running that fly of mine through there for a long time.
Yeah. Whoa.
Gosh, that's a nice fish.
Jeez. If he decides to go downstream, we're in trouble. So might have to get a net around him as soon as we can here. There's a fish.
Second cast, and I pounded that thing.
Yeah. Got it?
Great.
Before we continue with more summer fishing on the Yakima, let's take a look at how Tim ties his special yak hopper. This segment is brought to you by Mackenzie Flies, the finest in hand-tied flies.
These are the materials you'll need to tie Irish's yak hopper.
Okay, we're going to tie a low-profile hopper. In other words, a hopper that sits down in the water a little lower than most hackled hoppers. I think sometimes that takes the more selective fish. And so I designed this pattern to sit down in the water real low, like a hopper really does. We're using a size 8, 2x long dry fly hook, in this case a 94831 mustad, and a 6/0 yellow thread. And we're going to start our thread and bring it back to the bend of the hook. And for a body, I'm going to use some synthetic knitting yarn, which you can get at, of course, any sewing store. And select out one strand. And we're going to put this on by bringing the yarn around our thread like that, and then placing it right in the end of the hook, right where we want it. This has lots of advantages when applying materials. One, of course, of which is we won't end up with a bulky area at the bend of the fly here, and you cannot pull this out. We want to bulk up this body a little bit, but yet make it even. So what we're going to do is bring the thread up to about 2/3 way up the hook shank where our body's going to end, and we're going to bring our yarn forward to that point. And I'm doing this on the right hand side of the shank of the hook. And now I'm going to turn around and bring the thread back down to the bottom, and this time the yarn is being placed on the left hand side of the hook shank, and then I'll come forward again. Now what I've done is made a nice even underbody. Very simple and very easy to do. Now I'm going to twist this yarn a little bit and bring it up the shank of the hook, up the underbody, to about 2/3 way up the hook shank, and then tie it off. And we're done with that, so let's get rid of it. And now we're going to put our wing on. We're going to put on a hair wing. We're going to use deer hair, but you could also use elk hair. A dyed gray elk hair looks real nice. And you want it to be about maybe a ½ inch behind the butt of the fly. And we'll trade hands here. One loose wrap, and then we'll let it flare all it wants to, and just bring that thread through all those butts and let go. Now you notice this flares a lot here, but we're going to resolve that problem in just a minute. An advantage of a rotary vise, of course, is being able to trim these out real easily. And we're going to trim them right down to the just as short as we can get them. And then we're going to run over them with our thread again. This is a very easy way of putting a wing on, a very simple way that you cannot pull this hair out. And we don't care what this looks like, because we're going to come over it with something else anyway. Now to keep this from flaring, what I'm going to do is hold it back and come back with about a ½ loose wraps. Each one just a little bit progressively farther back. And then forward again. And now we have a wing that isn't sitting quite so, flaring up quite so much. For legs, we're going to use rubber legs on this, in this case a yellow rubber leg. And we're going to tie an overhand knot in it to represent the joint in the leg. Again, to use our application method that we used on the body, and we'll just place that right on the side of the fly here where we want it. Now the idea is to get this to lay right where we want it to lay, right alongside the body. And we're going to come back on it. But notice how it wants to both stick out, and the angle of the joint of the leg is in the wrong position. We want the joint of the leg to turn the other direction. This is where most people give up. But I found if you take the rubber leg and twist it like I've just done there, and come back with some very loose wraps over the top of it, like that, and then come forward, look.
Add a second leg using the same technique.
Now we're going to put a thorax on this thing. Polypropylene yarn, again, the placement of the yarn around the thread, bring it up underneath. This is one of the advantages of putting materials on this way, is you can place it exactly on the fly where you want it. And we're going to put it right at our rubber legs, all the way to the rear of our thorax, and put in some pretty good wraps in there to hold it. And we want this to stay out of our way while we put the hackle on. And for hackle, we're using a grizzly saddle hackle. Tie in the hackle. Now we're going to over hackle this fly, and the reason we're over hackling it is because we're going to trim the hackle down when we get off the bottom of the fly, when we get done wrapping it here. And of course what floats this fly, especially, what gives us its flotation, is the amount of hackle we have on, the amount of surface tension it'll hold. So we're putting lots of hackle on here. And we have to leave ourselves a lot of room up front, and you'll see why in just a minute. We can't bunch this up to the eye of the hook. We got to leave just a little bit of room up there, because we have one more step.
Right here.
Tie off your hackle. Trim it off, and now we're going to trim off all the hackle off the bottom of this thing. This is where you usually get carried away and accidentally trim off one of the legs or something. Now we're going to take the polypropylene yarn and bring it forward. And tie it off.
Trim the excess materials, whip finish, head cement, and you have Irish's yak hopper.
The most convenient town to the Yakima is Ellensburg, which offers a variety of lodging. On a couple of trips, we stayed at a neat bed and breakfast, Murphy's, just outside of town, and it's run by a charming and talented chef and innkeeper, Doris Murphy. It's a lovely turn-of-the-century farmhouse, and her pastries in the morning are extraordinary, accompanying a nice variety of fruits, orange juice, and a main dish of eggs Mexicana. On one trip, we even arranged in advance for her to fix us dinner, and it was exquisite. Camping is also another pleasant choice when fishing the Yakima, and though there are many places one may camp along the river for free, we picked this little private campground which has a few more comforts, like a shower and electricity to charge batteries, and the added benefit of security while you're off fishing. It's also located at a convenient takeout point, so it's possible just to float right to camp in the evening. In addition to camping, the Riverview Campground has rates for parking, the use of their launch ramp, and most importantly, Red, the proprietor, offers shuttle service and even has a small fly shop. All in all, an extremely pleasant place to base your fishing on the river.
Before we rejoin Tim for a look at fall fishing on the Yakima, Kelly and I want to introduce you to what we think is the very best and most versatile personal flotation unit we have ever used. The Watermaster, designed by Rich Anderson, a longtime Montana guide, works equally well in lakes, replacing a float tube, but handling much better. You sit out of the water, which is far more comfortable, and you have much better visibility. With oars, if you decide you want to rest your feet, just put them up on the resting strap and row away. In rivers, the Watermaster is ideal. This fellow is using one of the earlier designs on the Yakima during the summer when it's flowing at 4,000 CFS. On a recent trip to Argentina, Kelly and I floated the Illuminae River for 14 hours, and these little craft were perfect, even in some pretty bouncy Class 2 and better water. Not only that, but it all folds up into a nice, comfortable backpack that comes with it. It has room for flippers, waders, and vest. Call us today and we'll have one on your doorstep within a few days for only $500 plus shipping and handling. All you need are flippers and you're set.
The Yakima in the fall is a totally different river than we have seen in the previous 2 seasons. The trees have changed colors, and most importantly, the river is 3 feet lower, which provides excellent access for the wading angler, which is not available all summer long. On the hills surrounding the river, there are several herds of Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep that have come down from the high country. Worth the trip over here just to see them. The birds on these 2 sheep are magpies feeding happily on the bugs that pester the sheep. And for the most part, welcome passengers until they get up around the sheep's face. On the ridge above the sheep is a deer hunter leading his partner's horse. A classic scene from the Old West. He's not hunting the sheep, they're protected. This segment is brought to you by Nomad Foul Weather Clothing, featuring the exclusive waterproof breathable material, Ventex. For the angler, there are 2 shorty models of the Nomad, a lightweight version that comes in an attractive blue and gray motif. It's great for the tropics and folds into one of its own pockets. For cooler climates, a heavier, more rugged model with a wool lining. We found these jackets to be the very best rainwear on the market. Breathable, yet waterproof. Nomad, they go anywhere.
On this float, we started just below the Uptanham Bridge and will only go a mile or so to the Riverview Campground. It's a cloudy day and the air temperature in the low 50s, and the nights have been near freezing. As long as the water warms up to 50 degrees or more, Tim says we can count on a good size 18 to 20 Baetis mayfly hatch. You can see from the high water line on the bank how much the river has dropped from the summertime flows of 4,000 cubic feet per second. Now it's running about 1,500 CFS. We're using 2 flies, a size 20 high visibility parachute mayfly that Tim created, and a size 18 polyemerger as a dropper about 12 inches below the dry fly. The tippet is 6X to the lead fly, then the dropper is tied with another piece of 6X to the bend of the hook of the lead fly. You have 2 offerings on the water, plus a dry fly acts as a strike indicator for the emerger that is just below the surface. An extremely effective method to fish small mayfly hatches.
There we go.
That was great. I think that was on the emerger, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, that isn't not a real big fish, though. That's what, three takes on the emerger and one on the dry since we put that on only 5 minutes ago. So looks like this system's going to work. We just got to get it in front of and into the mouths of maybe a little bit larger fish.
Beautiful.
But, yeah.
Nice scoop, Tim.
Yeah. Is the
Fly out
the
already?
hook out? Yeah,
Yes.
hook's out.
I planned that on purpose, you know.
Not a big, but
That's beautiful.
a pretty fish.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that water's cold. There is, usually at least every other fish is 15 or over, and we've just been getting nothing but small fish for some reason in here. I don't think I've had that problem yet in here this year.
God, I probably should have said there's a bigger fish.
Is that the big one, or
He's,
did you pick up a little one next to him?
no, well, I saw a big one come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bigger now.
Oh, that's a nice size fish.
We're getting a little bigger now. If you don't. I wanted to. There we go.
Now look, that's a good 12, 14 inches, isn't it?
Yeah.
The quality of this stream and the long and challenging dry fly season
Combined with good-sized fish in excellent numbers, make the Yakima River an excellent fly fishing destination.
Thank you for watching.
See you on the next Fly Fishing Video Magazine.
So long.
I like the head.
Yeah, nobody seems to know the story exactly on that thing. Whoa.
Wow.
Surprised me too. Oh, he came way out of the water too. Yeah. Yeah. I'll try to keep his head up. All right. That'll work.
Barely touching that on the net. It's a good spot for it.
Yeah, just oh, yeah. That's a good spot for the
Lively.
fish. Good spot for the fish too.
Okay.